If you're looking to get yourself some Ultimate Team coins from a reliable source, then check out ultimatecoinexchange.com. Link is in the description down below. Use your code L83 for 10% off. Hello, this is Leech83. How we doing? We're back, and we are back with our Celtic career mode, and this is episode number 11 now. In this episode, we've got another 3 games in the league for us, with a game against Dundee, Ross County, and then we start January with our first game for that for 2017, which is going to be a home to Kilmarnock, which is not too bad, and a decently bit of domestic action for us, where we are pretty comfortable at the moment. Played 17 games, we are undefeated, we've got 45 points just now, we've got 14 wins and 3 draws so far, and 12 points clear already from Aberdeen. So, fairly comfortable in the league, as I say, and hopefully we can just keep things trundling over in the league as we go through the rest of the campaign. We're still in Europe, of course, as well, which is something to look forward to with the next European games in February, which will be coming soon. Now, I didn't mean to play start as quick there, but we are jumping into our next league game, as I say, against Dundee. We've got Griffiths and Dembele up front with Nakamura playing at cam. Kieran Tierney is at left back with Savyachenko, Kolo Toure and Gamboa on the wings. And then in the actual midfield itself, we've got Scott Brown, Scott Sinclair, and we've also got Patrick Roberts. So that is the 11. Sorry, I should have showed you that before we started, but let's get into the action now. Nakamura was looking for Griffiths, but the block was made. Could finally get the ball to Roberts. Here's the shot, that was saved, but it falls nicely for Moussa Dembele coming in at the back post, and it's 1-0 after 20 minutes. Getting a bit of luck there, Nakamura playing it out to Roberts. A good shot, and Dembele coming in for the follow-up, and it is 1-0, cutting inside. It's Dembele, got Griffiths with him, that's a good ball, releasing Griffiths. Good shot, good save by the goalkeeper. Well, not the best of matches all in, but it is another victory. It's a 1-0 win after a kind of in-between performance against Dundee. Wasn't the greatest, wasn't the worst. One thing that was disappointing was our passing in the middle of the park was quite poor. Something that we hopefully can improve next game, but nonetheless it is another 3 points and we march further on towards the title, and that's a lovely result for Partick Thistle as well in their game on Christmas Eve, so that's ideal. Now let's get into what's basically going to be happening for the rest of the kind of series. We got Emilio Azagiri on a new contract, that's fine. Alex Iwobi, however, and Shinsuke Nakamura are both a wee bit kind of disgruntled just because they're kind of in and out of the squad, but we're kind of trying to do our best with them if we can. The players we're using for training is Alex Iwobi, Joseph Simonovic, Kieran Tierney, Patrick Robertson, Chuba Akpom, players with decent growth and decent potential, and I just usually put them in for a hard challenge and just kind of keep doing the same one every so often and then changing it to work on some other different things. As you can see already, the likes of Alex Iwobi's already got 84 dribbling, 85 ball control, 80 agility. Joseph Simonovic only 71 rated, but he's got decent interceptions, decent marking, slide tackle and standing tackle. The same for Kieran Tierney. Patrick Roberts as well, good growth on his stats also, and Chuba Akpom doing okay at just 66 rated just now, but they're all coming on relatively well at the moment. Now we'll basically just get the team ready for our next game, which, if I remember right, is on the 30th of December, and that's going to be against Ross County, so we'll get the team ready for that and then we'll come back with that one. Okay, so again, the flaws for the FIFA 17 career mode become true. I never realised these games. The game against Ross County is on the Friday the 30th, and then the next game against Kilmarnock is on the 1st. So literally playing the Friday and then on the Sunday. I hate it when the computer does that against you. It's just poor. But nonetheless, it's just what we need to put up with. So we are up against Ross County in this match. we will wear our nice looking black kit. We're going with Nyland in goals. It's Lustig, Gibson, Simnovic and Tierney at the back. We've got Arthur coming in for Brown in the midfield, Forrest replacing Roberts, Armstrong replacing Nakamura, Alex Iwobi replacing Scott Sinclair, and Marcus Rashford replacing Moussa Dembele as our team for this one, just because we've got the game coming up again right after this one, so just kind of changing a few of the positions, and then we can bring in some other players for the next game. So let's get into this one, get another 3 points. For Armstrong, quick ball between him and Griffiths, block made, Iwobi keeps it alive, Rashford back to Griffiths, attempted a tackle, he should have went down, he didn't go down, he kept going, and Lee Griffiths tucks it away. That's a lovely finish. I think if he goes down it's a penalty. He just perseverance more than anything else. Tackle comes in, nothing given, and then just slotted into the top corner nicely, 1-0. Griffiths again, power, and Armstrong. He's got Rashford in hundreds of space, and Rashford smashes that one home, and that makes it 2-0. 2 quick fire goals for us. Terrible defending by Ross County, got to be said. Millions of space, and then it is tucked home for 2-0. Well, that's it, it's game over, and it's another victory for us, 2-0 in this one. We 10 shots, 6 on target to Ross County's 11 with 5 on target. Although those weren't really, you can't really say any of them were kind of clear through chances or anything like that for them. But for us, everything's looking not too bad. Still need to work on that passing accuracy to get that up a little bit. But nonetheless, still a decent victory for us in that match. So, and also another good victory for Hearts also. Lovely. Aberdeen also getting beat by Kilmarnock, and everybody round about is dropping points, which is really, really good for our perspective in the league. Now we have basically got kind of 2 seconds, then we'll be into the next game, so let's just see what's going on in here. I'm happy to stay, boss. Yeah, Mikkel Lustig had a little bit of a wrangle with his contract, but he should be staying for another year on top of his deal at the moment. Now we get into January, and obviously that opens up the transfer window again, and we'll get to that in just a little minute. Now let's have a little look. Okay, we've got the Sweden job offer. Now I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. Right. Okay, so Nakamura wants to go out on loan because he's not got enough first team games, and Tom Rogic is unhappy about the amount of game time he's got as well. I can't keep everybody happy. I will eventually deal with the ins and outs of the team, but first of all, let's get into the matters at hand, which is going to be against Kilmarnock. But before I do that, obviously I need to make some changes to the team, so let's get into this part first of all, and let's both of those kits, they were really clashy kits the last time. We'll just go with this one. That's a terrible kit for Kilmarnock. Anyway, let's go into the team and we'll make some changes. We'll bring Kolo Toure back in for Gibson. We'll bring Gamboa back in for Lustig. We'll bring Brown back in for Arthur. They're the simple ones. Iwobi comes out of the team for Sinclair. Dembele for Rashford. Armstrong will drop down into reserves again, and I think what we'll do is we'll bring in Gary Mackay-Steven for this one, and we will also bring back in Patrick Roberts, so that should be fine. And I think what we'll do is we'll drop Arthur out of the team completely, and we'll bring in Tom. Where is he? Where is Tom Rogic? I can't even fucking see him. There he's here. Tom Rogic. We'll bring Tom Rogic onto the bench, even though that's not going to appease him, but that's what we need to do just now. And we'll also drop down Kieran Tierney for Emilio Izagiri as well. So let's go with that. So it's going to be Nyland in goals with Gamboa, Toure, Novovic and Izagiri. We'll get Brown in the middle with Roberts and Sinclair on the wings. Mackay-Steven playing for the middle with Dembele and Griffiths up front. And we'll put Chuba Akpom on the bench as well. Let's get into this one. Quick turnaround for the matches, and I try and make it 3 out of 3 for this episode and continue our unbeaten form. Mackay-Steven dropping it down to Gamboa. Mackay-Steven, lovely little flick into the box. Mackay-Steven, oh, that deserved a goal. That really does deserve a goal. Good save by the goalkeeper. That's a good ball forward, and the Kilmarnock have taken the lead. The ball played through for them. Ball from nothing. and it's 1-0. I don't even know who that is, but anyway, they've scored, and it is 1-0. Plenty of space for them. Terrible defending, really. Brown now for Mackay-Steven. Griffiths back inside Dembele. Back to Mackay-Steven. Back to Dembele. Moussa Dembele! Oh, that was fantastic team play. And Moussa Dembele gets the equaliser on the 81st minute. Good play by Dembele and Mackay-Steven linking up well. And smashed home. 1-0. Good play by Sinclair. That's what we're talking about. That's that winning mentality. It's Dembele. It's Griffiths. He's been fouled. But we play on. Oh yes, we play on, and Brown smashes it home. And that could well be the winner. The free kick was given. The advantage was played. With a very dangerous free kick. But nonetheless, we don't need that. Brown has smashed that one home and rescued this for us. Quick turnaround. And now we lead 2-1. Well, again, this team just keeps providing and keeps going, and we managed to rescue that one there. After that going down 1-0 to Kilmarnock, I really thought we were in for it, but nonetheless we managed to get back into it, and then Brown rescuing the win for us in the dying stages of the game. So it was 11 shots, 7 of them on target. We had a lot more of the game this time, and again a little bit better with the passing accuracy. That always helps when obviously trying to create the chances, which is absolutely perfect for us. And a terrific victory for St Johnstone. They really are on a bad run of form right now. Inverness winning and Aberdeen drawing as well. That's not too shabby for the way the league is. So we'll get a wee look at the table here. I've got a couple of things to clear up, and then that'll be us. So let's get a look at the table first of all. Okay, that's not the table, that's the fixtures. This is the table. We've played 20 games now, we've got 17 wins, 3 draws, and we are 19, no I can't even count. I can't even count. 17 points from front. So we are absolutely rolling at the moment and very, very comfortable in the league. Everything is going absolutely perfect for us, and I'm happy with the results that we've been given and the performances. Plus, one of the key things in these 20 games, we've actually only conceded 9 goals, which is absolutely fantastic and really, really good for us, which is superb. So, big healthy points gap between us and Aberdeen, and then further back is them, and then followed by very closely by St Johnstone, then Motherwell, then Kilmarnock. The bottom half looks a bit strange with Ross County, Inverness, Partick Thistle and Hamilton all confirming the bottom places. Obviously Ross County are miles behind Inverness, Cali Thistle, so it looks from this early stage like Ross County will be going down, but that is how things are just now. We will be back with some more of the transfer stuff. I'm not going to cover that in this episode. We'll do that in the next one, and we'll keep it going. So apologies for the delay in getting the uploads done. Just been super busy lately, as you would expect at this time of year. But nonetheless, we'll try and get back into the run of things. All links, as always, down below in the description. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll catch you in the next one. As always, take it easy.